When my wife looked me in the eye and told me to stay out of the argument because he is, her son not ours, for the 10th time this year, I realized that talking wasn't going to fix this. She wasn't listening to my words, so I decided it was time to speak the only language she would actually understand: money. Here is the backstory. I married my wife when we were in our mid-30s. She was a single mother to an incredible 3-year-old boy. His biological father was a ghost, totally absent. 0 child support, 0 phone calls. So I stepped up. I didn't just marry her, I married the family. I taught him how to ride a bike, I put band-aids on his knees, and I was there for every single milestone. In my heart, and I thought in hers, that was my son. Everything was perfect for years. But now, he is 14, and if you have a teenager, you know what that's like. He argues, he questions authority, and we have the typical parent-child conflicts. But recently, the dynamic shifted in a way that broke my heart. Over the last few years, whenever the boy and I get into a disagreement, normal stuff about chores or homework, my wife immediately jumps in to shut me down. She doesn't just side with him, she cuts me out completely. She hits me with lines like, "Don't get between me and my son," or "I know what's best, he is my child." The first few times I swallowed it, but it kept happening. Even when she says it in anger, it cuts deep. It tells me that despite 10 years of being a father, providing for them and loving them, I am still just an outsider. I am just the guy who pays the bills. I tried to talk to her about it calmly. I told her how much it hurts to be treated like a second-class parent. She would just shrug it off, maybe offer a half-hearted apology, but then 2 weeks later, she would do the exact same thing. Last week was the final straw. We were having a minor dispute with our son, and she did it again. Stop talking, he is my son. That was the breaking point. I didn't yell, I didn't scream. I just waited until Sunday, when our son was out of the house, and I sat her down for a talk. I tried to explain my feelings one last time, but she got defensive. She doubled down on the "he's my son" logic. So, I took a deep breath and played the nuclear card. I looked at her and said, "Okay, if you want to establish those boundaries, let's respect them completely. If he is your son and not ours, then his responsibilities are yours too. Specifically, his financial ones." Her face went confused. I continued, "Since he isn't my child when it comes to parenting decisions, he shouldn't be my child when it comes to my wallet. From this moment on, I am stopping my monthly contributions to his college fund. If you want sole ownership of the parent title, you get sole ownership of the tuition bill." We had been splitting that fund 50-50ths for years. When I said that, the color drained from her face. She called me petty, she called me a jerk, and she told me I was punishing the child for our fight. But here is the truth she doesn't know. I'm not actually stopping the savings. I am still taking that money out of my paycheck every month, but instead of the joint fund, I am putting it into a secret private account she can't see. The boy will still get his college money eventually because I love him, but my wife, she needs to feel the weight of her words. I told her I won't undeposit another dime into the joint account until she genuinely apologizes and acknowledges that I am his father too. She is currently furious and isn't speaking to me. Am I the jerk for using money to force my wife